Hello, people of the interwebs. I am Wallace von12, and you're watching Behind the Webcam. Today, I have a guest for you. Another very special guest. As all our guests have been very special, but this one is another very special one. Please welcome to Behind the Webcam, Moviefan12! Thank you for appearing, Moviefan12. Now, we will go right into the question period. The question period, because that's why you're here. It's an interview, so therefore I must ask you questions for it to advance. Yes. If I don't ask you questions, it doesn't advance. I mean, we just sit here and stare at each other. But I'll ask you a question right away. Tell me, how did you come up with the name Moviefan12?
As for how I came up with Moviefan12, well, early on in my online writing career, I used to write articles that were, quite honestly, terrible on another site. And I didn't want to use the same name I used on that site because of the past there, so I came up with just the most generic sounding name I could think of, and that happened to be Moviefan12.
Yes, Moviefan12. Very understandable. Coming up with a new name, generic in its nature, to hide some past indiscretions. I would not know anything about such things, but it sounds like a brilliant, brilliant strategy. And Moviefan12 is beautiful in its simplicity and its grace. But now, we must move on, as I can admire your answers all day, but I cannot. Tell me, what made you decide to do your blogging on the subject of Disney?
Writing about Disney was an easy choice. It's my biggest passion, and well, I also chose to write about it because I wanted to write about things I like. Because at the time when I started blogging, all I was seeing were just people writing angry reviews, and I'm not an angry person. And I wanted to prove that you can write about things you like.
Passion. Liking things. Beautiful. I think we should take a moment of silence to appreciate that. Moment over. Now, Moviefan12, I must move on to the more direct questions. The questions that work your neurons and open them up for the audience. Tell me, Moviefan12, who would win a grudge match between Mickey, Gus from Cinderella, or Bernard from the Rescuers Down Under?
Tough question. I don't see Gus winning because he's more of a follower and he needs someone like Jack to lead him. Bernard seems to be one that likes to stay out of trouble. So I could see Mickey winning because he could take in the sorcerer's hat that is when he picks it back up from me. Yep, the guy loaned it to me about 2 years ago, and he hasn't come back for it yet. You'd think he'd come back for it by now.
It does seem somewhat irresponsible of Mr. Mickey to loan the hat and not take it back at some point. And especially if he wishes to win the grudge match we have suggested here. A very foolish choice on his part indeed. Well, moving along now, after your brilliant answer, of course, let me ask you this, Moviefan12. Could you derive more art from, say, watching Home on the Range 5 straight times, The Incredibles upon your head, or let us say, The Black Cauldron in an isolation chamber?
Again, interesting question. Let's look at these three choices. Starting with The Black Cauldron, watching that one isolated, I don't think anything can be gained because I already watched most of the movies by myself, so I'd have to pass on that one. And watching Home on the Range 5 times in a row, not gonna happen. So, really, I would have to say I'd watch The Incredibles while standing on my head, because I would probably pass out before I finished that movie, and the less I have to watch of The Incredibles, the happier I am.
Happiness, deriving happiness once again. Such an upbeat answer, Moviefan12. And I cannot thank you enough for infusing your joy into Behind the Webcam. So, I'm afraid we are out of time, Moviefan12. Yes, we are out of time. I am downtrodden by this fact, but it is a fact nonetheless. So now I will thank you for your time and ask you to give the audience one last of your wise and sageous farewells.
Well, anyways, Wallace, thanks for having me on. I got some magic duties to take care of. See you later. Now, where is that broom? They were supposed to clean up this place. They're probably at Rapunzel's again.
Magic duties. I am not one to keep someone from their duty, as I have many duties myself. Duty. I don't make such crude jokes now. My apologies. I guess I'm just overwhelmed with joy from the joy that Moviefan12 brought to Behind the Webcam today. So I thank him. I thank him for his time. I thank all of you for watching. And remember, if you wish to be a guest on Behind the Webcam, please leave a comment below. I've made this point several times what I'm pointing at. I'm not making it again. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and have a good night. Today we have another very today I can't talk. Blah 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 blah. That's probably what most people hear anyway when I talk. The accent is so heavy. I sound like I don't know where the heck this accent comes from. I think I just made it up. Really has no bearing in reality. I am a little punchy today, can't you tell? All right.